This is not working as planned. Not working as planned at all. Let me on you, yes, let me on you. Cloud, come back here. Wait, maybe I can chain myself up to llamas? No, not in the least. Hey yo, it's Liara, and you join me today back over here on Truly Bedrock, where I am back up to level 33, which that means it is time to use the enchanting table again. I have these 3 books that I would really like to go ahead and apply to some of my armor and stuff. We really need to get mending on the golden pants so they don't get lost, and I'd like to get fortune and looting back onto my stuff, but I don't want to waste these levels, so we are going to see what we can get on these tridents. Impaling 5, and yes, finally! Oh, I escaped that episode. Yes, yes, yes. I guess that mending book's actually going on to this trident then, so that we can keep it mended up. Because now that we have Riptide, we are going to save on rockets, let me tell you. Well, surely I've still got a couple of other things that need enchanted somewhere around here. As long as I'm level 30 anyway. I'm not sure where that other pickaxe went. I guess one thing that I could do is I could re-enchant one of these low-level ones and see what I can roll onto it. Or I could re-roll my bow, because my bow is frankly atrocious. Let's just do that. Oh, it's worse now. It's worse. Well, I asked for that. Mending on the trident. Fortune on the pickaxe. Looting on the sword. And the spare shovel can go away in the closet. By the way, a couple of you did spot some things in my closet and in my ender chest. I do indeed have a dried gas sitting here that I have yet to actually, re-moisten, because I just don't know where I would park it right now. They are adorable, but I wish there was some way to keep them little, because they're precious that way, and I'm so impatient I broke my own no elytra rule like less than an episode later, alright? I don't think I can do that. And the other thing was supplies for crabs. You see, I have these cute little red sandstone crabs that I build as a reward over on my streams on Twitch. People can roll a 100-sided dice, and if it rolls a 100, they get a crab. Last season, I had my crabs stashed away on a cute little island a la the Crab Rave music video. And I thought about just doing that again this season, but I came up with a far more fun place to put them. And that place is somewhere in the Nether. However, we will not be visiting it right this moment, because in the Nether, Riptide can't save you from only having 11 rockets left to your name. And for a minute, I thought I was going to have to head back down in here to pick up more rockets. But I realized there's a new shop in town. And that is this silly little red and white thing that Zoe has put together. And it sells rockets and explosives, if I'm not mistaken. So that means now I can come in here and pay 3 gold for a stack. Oh. Wait, I still have some in my ender chest. Well, we'll stock up as long as we're here. But this made me realize Zoe's up here on top of his mountain. I'm not sure that he's seen that there is this little diamond market popping up down here yet. And I have concerns about how he's going to react when he does see this diamond area, because he has definitely been very, very excited about doing the gold-based shopping district. And I think that we need to go for kind of a what Zoe doesn't know can't hurt him approach to this one. By that I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody from having their fun down there, but we are going to kind of hide the evidence. I think that this area over here would look a lot better with a waterfall going over it. Now, if you've been around for a couple seasons, then you know I am a sucker for a good waterfall, but this may be a different palette than I'm used to doing. I tend to lean into basalt and even using like cherry wood as an accent color to bring just some warmth into it. I should, hang on, let me just find you one of my old waterfalls. Okay, weirdly, this is not the place that I intended to load us into, but this is exactly the place we needed to be. I thought that this was a finished version of the world that had my actual base put into it and the water in the waterfalls and everything, but no, this is some kind of mid-season of Truly Bedrock Season 5. So this is an old world, and this was my base about like halfway through the season. This was a waterfall in progress, and you can see that I kind of have a lot of mud and blackstone and stuff like that mixed into it. I'm even using hoppers as like stalactites and spots. So that is an option. And as for how that cleans up, well, let me go ahead and show you. All right, I've loaded up a copy of the world download for Truly Bedrock Season 5, and coming into view now, you can see my base, which I will not dwell on. It was incomplete, as you can see from the circle down here in front. But the waterfall is what we came here to see, so that you could see how it looked completed. Apparently the mini blocks are broken. One of the problems I do have with this palette, no matter how much I like it, is that it does kind of just disappear behind the water in a way that the lighter colors don't so much. So I may want a lighter colored waterfall in some form so that it can shine through, rather than the darker colored ones. Granted, I don't actually know how much changing and terraforming of that area I feel like doing. I mean, there's also the option to go even darker. This is actually what that cave back on Season 5 was originally supposed to look like, but that's just a lot of materials that I definitely don't have access to without getting a piglin bartering farm going. So I think what I need to do is I need to talk to Merely Adequate. I think what I need to do first of all is slap more torches around this place, but I think I need to talk to Merely Adequate because I believe he had plans for this portal since he's who's in charge of the Nether Hub this season. He wanted this to be the central portal and had some kind of plans for it. So I guess I should check in with him and see what his plan is. Pretty sure he's at work right now though, so that'll have to wait. So what I think I need to concentrate on in the meantime is getting a building up around here. I have all the bricks that I could possibly need for it. I could use a little bit more granite, but that's something that should only take me a few minutes to drum up. I even have a fair amount of glass for big windows if I want them, but what I do not have is more than the faintest clue of what the design for this is going to be. See, I'm one of those obnoxious people who doesn't plan things out in creative first. If I plan stuff out in creative, then I've already built it once, and I get bored building it again in the actual game. But this is such a tricky area that I may have no choice but to do so anyway. But I think what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go dive on the internet and look through what old smelteries or foundries looked like circa, 1880s type of era. Get something with like a silo on this side and then the actual build over here in some form. So let's go digging for reference images and I'll be back. All right, so I have been looking through pictures of what are these days warehouses, but what started out as foundries and other industrial buildings back in the 1800s. Because I was really hoping to find something along that lines that I would want to use as the basis for my foundry here. The problem is, since most of these have been changed to warehouses or other weird midtown uses, I know I've been to at least one restaurant that was definitely built that far back, that definitely did not start life as a restaurant. Anyway, point being, all of these buildings wind up just looking the same and wind up reading as rundown, even brand new, because of what their association is more these days. Luckily, somebody that was hanging out in my Twitch chat knew about a really cool industrial building when they heard I was looking for one. And they recommended a power plant over in the UK. This is the Battersea Power Station. I don't know a whole ton about it besides it's on the River Thames and it looks cool. I think that doing this, except only one set of pillars, so basically just like this chunk of the building or like this chunk but mirrored, is gonna look really neat. I think that while the smokestack's gonna be tall, they're gonna fit in the aesthetic that we're kind of going with the whole shopping center here. I think this is gonna work, and I think it's gonna be something a little more unique than just generic random foundry that just looks run down these days. I mean, to be fair, this one actually is run down, but I've yet to see a picture of one new that my mind didn't mentally fill in the last century and a half on. So with that building in mind, I have, accidentally abandoned the furnace again. I hate it when I do that. I logged off while it was running, meaning that I have to, ooh, I got some experience out of that at least. Meaning that I have to reload it here. Oh, the poor thing. All right, go about your business. Get going, go do stuff. Oh, you're done already. Easy enough to fix at least. Now, don't worry, it's not just gonna be a wall of bricks with nothing else. I just was filling it in to start with because I find it easier to go back and texture afterwards than to try and texture while I'm going. Except when I'm working on floors for some reason. Floors I always just need to do all at once. Anyway, point being that I now also have, wherever I put it, a ton of granite to use as various accenting in this. And I need to traipse out to get some terracotta as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that and see what other supplies I need to get. I might try to pick up some more shulker shells along the way before I do that. But we're going to wander out not to the close by mining desert that I died to make the portal for, but to the far, far away one that has a mesa with it. Hello. You may be wondering how I got here. Frankly, so am I. Yeah, so shulkers are really expensive right now. I can't find them for gold prices, and the diamond prices are 4 diamonds per shulker, which I'm not paying. So I got it into my head that llamas are also portable storage, and I have gone to recruit some. I only managed to find some 9-slot ones. I didn't find any 12s, but we don't have much savanna to work with over here, so I got a little tired of doing the back and forth on it, and we're just taking these 2 home. Breeding them is going to be a very slow process because wheat takes forever to grow to begin with, and then we need them to be hay bales for the llamas, if I'm not mistaken. But it's my understanding that when I breed them, there is a small chance that their baby will have even more slots, and basically I'm going to try to breed up some 15-slot llamas ASAP. No, we still haven't made it out to the mighty mesa. Okay, so I always waffle back and forth about texturizing a wall before it's actually done, but as I was starting to put together these walls, I realized that it just really needed the texture in it already, or else it wasn't going to look right. What I am suffering from now, though, is that the way I came up with to build this, the shape that I came up with for this, involves a lot of wall blocks, and wall blocks, unfortunately, don't come in that many varieties. I don't know if there's even another color that I can mix in here somehow and have it look all right. I have definitely thought about just pulling in an accent color entirely, but I don't think that's gonna work. So I think the key is just gonna be putting enough of the terracotta behind where the walls are that it still gets scraps of that color through. Anyway, yeah, I started texturizing it because it was just one big, it was like this. It was just a flat brick wall that there was no texture to, and it looks so much better once you start adding some layers to it and some depth to it. This is wall, full, and then wall again to give it little half steps. I do wish we had vertical slabs, but I get why we don't. I know I don't. I mean, there's only 4 positional options on it. That's gotta be fine. They already have 2 positional options on the regular slabs. Figuring out where the windows are going to go on this, though, is going to be an entirely different fiasco. These kinds of buildings, like the building I'm working on the reference from, barely has any windows, and the windows it does have are like little tiny compared to the building, because it's a huge building, and this is not. This is, I mean, it's uncomfortably large in all honesty, but it's not too bad. It looks like in the meantime, though, more of my llamas grew up. I still have the chests on me. Excellent. So let's see if any of these llamas, which are managing to get separated from the herd slowly but surely here. Excellent. You get a chest. You're also a 9. Okay. How about you? Where's the last baby? And you're also a 9. I was really hoping one or more of you would have cashed in into a 12. Maybe this one will have. I don't have any more chests. Hold that thought. Actually, no, don't hold that thought. You come back here with me. Wandering off. You're supposed to be following each other because one of you's penned up. Wow, you are stubborn. Okay, we'll go get one more chest to try out that last one. Even if all we've got is 9s, that is still more breeding stock to try to get the 12s from. I also know that Merely Adequate has been... Did you guys trample my crops? You totally trampled my crops, didn't you, jerks? Merely Adequate has got some llamas, and I don't know if he's bothered to try and make them into high capacity llamas or not, but it is probably worth catching up with him. Well, I needed to talk to him anyway. It is probably, I mean, I've already got 9, I got 4 of you. I'm sorry, buddy. We might as well steal this guy and see what he's got. Oh, right. You guys are automatically tamed. You're also a 9. I guess I can take you down to join the rest, yeah? Oh, wait, no, I just gave you my leads. Sir, as long as you're there, what goods have you got anyway? He sells pickaxes? He sells iron pickaxes. Hello? Since when? All right, that's news to me. They really are trying to make this guy useful. Anyway, I have a lot more texturizing and a lot more depth adding to go on this, so I'm going to get back to it and check back in with you soon.
Oh, hi!
Hello, how's it going?
Good, what you doing?
I was actually just eyeing the portal area here.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
It is definitely a mess, yeah. And I heard that you were going to be doing something with the portal. Were you planning anything with like the surroundings?
Yeah. So I had this thought. Because I mean, it's kind of in a pit now. I was thinking that I would raise it up so that I could have like maybe like a bridge coming off of here out to like a suspended portal. That's kind of what my thoughts thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Cause yeah, I was thinking, I'm you know me, I look at a spot and I think it needs a waterfall.
Oh, okay, yeah, a waterfall, cool.
Yeah, no, I feel like this place could use a waterfall down it, and so I just was making sure I wasn't gonna like flood out the portal if I do that.
So, not the portal. Are you gonna flood out the cave down below?
No, not flood it. No, you know, might not be able to see it very well, but.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds beautiful. I'm sure it'll be great.
Well, you know, like I know there's some illegal activities going on down there. And,
no, nothing going on. No. But you know what though? Do it. Yeah, I really appreciate you doing something because this is. I know it was like this like day one nostalgia, like it all like is how we found it on day one. It's all cool and stuff, but I think it can look way better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this is such a cool area that rather than leave it halfway, like we got to do something with it.
Yeah. So do you need me to move it like right away?
No hurry. Although if you already know what Y altitude you're going to have it at, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I think here. I think this is like the Y altitude right here.
All right. No, that works perfect. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's easiest for everybody using it as well, rather than going down into the pit, just to have something that's like at this level.
All right.
Yeah.
I can definitely do that. I'm thinking, we got vines here already and everything. I don't know. We can do something real pretty with it.
Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
wait, there's a lot of, maybe we have to talk to somebody about doing something with this crazy hill here. There's a lot of mob heads collecting. So we'll talk to somebody. We'll get it figured out. But yeah, no, I love it. I love the idea. And well, I'm gonna go. I definitely didn't come over here to go into that cave for any reason.
Oh, of course
So
not.
I'm just going to. I'm gonna go this way then.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck with your waterfall.
I just realized I have one other question.
Oh,
This
you do?
This
Okay,
is
yeah.
for future reference. Have you already bred high-capacity llamas?
High-capacity llamas. I've just been using the llamas that the traders have been bringing over. I haven't really done any kind of, maybe gene splicing or breeding, or I haven't done anything of the sort, no.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to check before I invested time into that.
You're okay. All right. Well, the Wandering Trader Guild is always looking for ways to improve their llama capacity for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, if I wind up with some nice ones, I'll bring over a couple for breeding stock, maybe.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Yeah, I look forward to it. Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
sure we can give you a good trade for them as well.
All right. Just you'll have to ignore the many deaths that will be in chat as a result.
Okay, you know what? I think I can ignore those because let's see here. I don't see any of it. Oh yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of trader deaths going on, so I guess I can ignore the llama deaths.
Once I was done hanging out with Addie, I jumped right into the time lapse of the foundry. So first I had to make the back walls match the front walls, which actually involved tearing out the sides of the kelp farm and replacing them with what's now the outer walls of the building to make it symmetrical. From there, I kind of waffled back and forth between putting the walls in straight and texturizing them first. Kind of just did a whole slab of it before coming back to texturize. Added in more walls in the front to give a little bit of depth and variation to it. I knew I wanted windows but didn't know where. And then I came in with the deep slate tiles and a little bit of deep slate brick in order to do the roof to it. Then I went and got the texturizing done on the other side as well and started figuring out what I was going to do for lines behind there. You see I've got that nether brick in there now as a little bit more, like not even depth, just illusion of depth. A little bit more shadow to those walls that are sticking out. Finally got the windows in place as well. Then started building the actual chimneys to these, and boy, I did not make up my mind on how tall this is going to be at all. Still haven't, actually. I changed it out several times, and well, the problem is they look huge, but they also don't look big enough. Like, there is a large part of me that wants to go ahead and extend these towers up another like 5 blocks before we even get to the chimneys. But I already feel weird about the place of this in the surrounding skyline. I feel like it sticks out. I don't know. I do think we need a little more shape down here as well, so I may need, let's see, what if we do this? I don't have many walls left, so I need to make a few more. All right, let's see, wall blocks. What are you gonna look like? Mind you, I could also, oops, I keep forgetting I actually put in that. All right. A little bit of each on here. And how does that look? Do I like the shape of that a little better than I like the shape behind it? Yes, I think so. I also would absolutely love to make these smokestacks look less pristine, but everything I've tried so far just looks weird. Like, it does not actually make it look dirty the way that I would like for it to. The only other thing I've come up with is maybe some bone blocks, but they don't have stairs like the others do. I've already tried diorite. I already tried smooth quartz. I guess I could try calcite, but that also doesn't have any stairs. As for where I got the quartz from, Zoe's been doing all that digging for netherite, so he had quite a bit of quartz to go with it, and he said he would trade me quartz for whatever bricks I had left over. Which isn't much. I do not actually have much bricks left over, but I guess I will just pop them into here. I mean, I guess that means that's probably about how much I used. Maybe. I know where some calcite is, so I'm gonna grab that real quick and see if that looks any good as a little bit of texture on there. Okay, I'm coming back up with the calcite. More calcite than I actually need, and also more amethyst crystals than I actually need, which is making me think that maybe I've got a second shop possibility there. What if I picked out a spot? Ooh, what if maybe if I put it in the railway station or something? But what if I made like an eccentricities shop or something to that effect? So the idea would be it would just be whatever rare finds that I get that I don't want to hold on to myself and want the gold for instead. Yeah, I think that's a good next project. I think we have an idea going here. I'm torn though now because part of me wants to just put it in the railway station and part of me wants to build a cute little Victorian, nice and brightly colored like San Francisco style and hide it somewhere over here. Well, not hide it, but like tuck it in somewhere because this place is getting very crowded already. Oh, looks like we have another volunteer for the llama parade. Let's see. You are indeed already tamed because you're a trader llama. I found out that when you breed baby trader llamas, they aren't tamed when they grow up. All right, and what have you got? You've only got 6, so I'm sorry. You get to go. I thought I saw a baby that had gotten loose here earlier. Where did it go? Aha, there you are. Wait, you have a chest on already. Okay. You're a 15. I don't remember getting any 15s already, peeps. Is this someone else's llama? Is this someone else's llama? Who else's llama would it be? That's maybe Zach's? So I don't think Groove has any llamas. I know Slack doesn't have any llamas. Well, I mean, it won't do me any harm to hold on to it and breed up a few more while we find the owner, yeah? Yeah, I would have noticed if I'd slapped a chest onto a 15 already. And Merely Adequate's the only person I know that's got llamas right now, and he said that he just had regular trader llamas. Drag you up the hill. Alright, you have been successfully dragged all the way up here. We will attach you to the end of the line, and I will see if I have any wheat grown. Okay, that's 2 hay bales grown. Let's, whoops, hi. Howdy, gang. Stretch out a little bit maybe so I can tell which one of you is which. Awesome, yeah, that would be you and you then. You're the 15 and you're a trader llama, so hey, maybe you'll be a 15 trader llama. Mind you, I don't want trader llamas. I just think it'd be nice to pass one along to Addie. Oh, launched. All right, enough distractions. Let's go ahead and try the calcite in here and see how it feels. I wanted to keep the quartz pillars on it because they have fluting very similar to the actual building, but getting, you know, a little bit of soot looking nonsense in here would be nice. Oh, so would putting the same walls on the other the other tower. That would be smart. Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense to have a little bit of this mixed in then. And we'll wait till I'm done before we pop down there for all that, because that is going to be several rockets to get back out. Whoops, no! Darn it. Well, down in this one then. Up to put the top back on this. And do I have enough brick walls? I kind of do. And by kind of do, I mean I don't at all. Get about 8 more. Trying not to cut into the supply of bricks that I'm trading back to Zloy, but you know, I got them for my project, so if there's none left over, there's none left over. All right, so with the shop done for the time being, that means we need to get back to the railroad. And while I'm not going to actually be building much of it today, we do still need to figure out where it is heading towards in one way or the other. And while the two that live over there are not available at the moment, the one who lives directly that way is. So over on this side of the map is Jasey Bee and GeoGirl, and here is Jasey right now with lots of cows. Hello, hello.
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 Hi. I'm sorting my dinner out.
I see that. You're getting me achievements in the process, apparently.
What could I do for you today? What brings you over here?
Well, I was wanting to talk to you about the rail and about where you might want some train tracks through your area.
Ooh, okay. Well, I did have a little chat with Geo, and she was fine sharing one, which I thought was with us all being quite close together.
Yeah,
maybe
it
me and
makes a lot of
Geo
sense
could
for you
share
guys
one.
to share one.
Yeah. So actually, over the other side of this hill might be a good place for both of us because it's kind of in between, but also not where anyone's going to be building, I don't think.
Okay. So like,
but I haven't looked at it closely.
No worries. Yeah. The stations are. I don't have any good materials to block out stations with me hoops.
I'm thinking sort of like down there because I think Geo's going to be building right up to the edge of the lake there.
Yeah. That was my understanding too, so...
But then we were both like, well, it depends where it's going to go. Where's the track going to go afterwards?
Well, that's the thing.
So,
that's going to depend on where this is. So if it does go here, I'm assuming we would make a right turn pretty quickly after we got out of here. And like snake around the side of this hill and head into Plod's territory that way? Is that going to cut into your
even if
too much?
I think even maybe I don't think I'd mind if you were like halfway up the hill either.
So like this area?
Mm-hmm. Because I think most of my stuff is going to be sort of like top of the hill and then the other side really. Okay. And then Geo's coming right up to the water edge.
Okay. So I guess I will talk to her about where I should turn these tracks to head this way.
Yeah.
Would you prefer that I kind of hug her area and then head over to the coast and head down that way, or do you care if it's like?
I don't. Yeah, you can cut. You could probably cut through here. Actually, I don't mind. I haven't got a vision for this area, so if you put something here first, I might get inspired by what's here. If that makes sense.
That's what I'm sort of hoping is like, I know that trying to fit the train tracks in later would just be a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping that if I get it in early, it's not going to be in people's way. It's going to give them something to work off of. Yeah. And Plod's to your, that's south, right? Yes.
That's south, right? Yep.
All right. So... this is going to be an interesting path to try to carve over here, but I will figure it out.
Right? Well, I was going to say, if it causes problems, we can always revisit.
I don't think it's going to cause problems, but I think that I may revisit where I'm putting this first station, because I was kind of weaving. This is so funny because I just tore down a villager house to make room for this, but I'm wondering, if I shouldn't put the station all the way down there then and kind of, but then I still got to figure out how I'm weaving it that way. I don't know. Maybe I just need to make a turn over here and then turn this way and bring it over. That probably makes the most sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's always like right next to where we spawn.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of eyeing. I'm wondering if just this extra section over here at spawn would make sense to do it in. But then where am I going to take the train tracks past the hotel, you know? I'm not going to tear out people's tents. I could, but I'm not gonna. And then I feel like the other option would be just straight across here. which I don't think looks good either. That's blocking off the front of the hotel. Yeah, I think staying up here makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And we'll just make a turn when we get close to your area. Thank you very much for helping me figure that out.
You're welcome.
I will be back with some deep slate to block out where the station will be, and if you want to make fine tunes to where exactly I put that, feel free.
Yeah, no worries, yeah.
And if there is a different material you would like it made out of than primarily deep slate whatever, just let me know ahead of time and I will do so.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thanks for taking on this undertaking.
It should be fun. I'm very excited about it. Thank you for your cooperation with the train system.
You're welcome. I'll see you later.
Bye, wherever you are.
Bye. Yeah, I lost you ages ago. Bye.
Okay, well, I am even more confused than I was earlier. I stopped to go edit what I had, and when I came back, there's only 2 llamas now. And, yeah, one of them's a 15 llama, and I definitely never had a white 15 llama. I only had a brown 15 llama, and the brown 15 llama was the one that I found down there earlier. Oh, well, there's the rest of them. So, okay. All right, so they haven't been llama napped. They've just wandered off the edge. That's good to know. I don't think Zoe would mind if I borrowed his ghast for a few minutes. Of course, I do need to make a pair of shears first. I gotta tell you, the call of the void is so real every time I walk past this. Hi, buddy. What's your name? Cloud. Hi, Cloud. Hi. Yeah, we're gonna go for, we're gonna go for a ride here. No, I need you to come down here to me. I don't have any snowballs. This could become a problem. We'll cruise on over. Whoops. Uh-oh. I accidentally parked it. Okay, let's try this again without running into the minecart. At least I know it's easy to park it now. That's good information. Okay, I think the trader one's first in line out of this row. Wait, gas, come back. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Well, This is not working as planned. Not working as planned at all. Let me on you, gas. Let me on you. Cloud, come back here. Wait, maybe I can chain myself up the llamas? No, not in the least. This is the opposite of working. I really should have done the snowballs. No, come down here. You almost had it. Nope, come back here. Okay, well, I'm gonna get over here where I'm gonna clear the llamas if I try to... Nope, come back. There we go. Okay. This may have been more trouble than it was worth. Let's see. How dangly are these llamas? Are they... Okay. Well, the third one's no longer attached. Good to know. Okay. Hop off of you. Because I want to attach you to you, but you I then need to take the thing off of. And climb back on to... Come back here. I really should have gotten snowballs for this. Was that worth trying to do with the other one? We might as well. Will you go into the water? No, you float. Okay, I attached the llamas successfully, and we are on board. That one went much easier. All right, so priority next is getting this place actually open to the public. And I think to do that, we number one need more signs. And number two, to make sure they are clear signs. I did decorate in here just a little with that pile of coal blocks that I talked about. Hopefully nobody gets the bright idea to like try and use that. But I thought it would look neat to have. I kind of want to go ahead and put like some, what's the word? Not scaffolding, like structural supports. I'm lost the word that is actually for them. But yeah, I am thinking about putting like some wood supports into the place, just to have the lights hanging from them instead, partially for the aesthetics and partially just, you know, for the aesthetics in general. The doors, by the way, are intentionally going green. I do not plan to wax them. Maybe I'll come back and wax the front ones at this stage, but I do not currently have access to wax. That's a door to nowhere at the moment. I don't know if it's ever going to be a door to anywhere. But yeah, we're going to go grab more of the bamboo so we can make more yellow signs, because I think they're the best ones for the situation. And I kind of want to make banners that say fuel or something like that. But that involves access to wool, and I don't have access to wool. Oh, I think I've also made a decision about this. And that is that I don't think I'm going to keep using the kelp blocks for fuel, because I think I'm only getting about 12 pieces smelted, 12 to 14 pieces smelted per 20 that it could theoretically smelt. If my math from the averages has been right. So that just feels like a waste to me. So what I'm going to wind up doing, and in fact, maybe I should just do it right now. So what I've done back here is I've set up 2 chests that I can fill up, and for right now, I've gone ahead and put the jungle slabs that I'd already made earlier in here. But I'm actually going to grab 5 stacks of that real quick, and what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the dried kelp blocks for this. That gives us 6 more stacks to sell, and it gives us a kind of more efficient, like this is not the most efficient option, but it's not going to waste fuel very frequently, that's for sure. And I can put whatever fuel I want into this. So that's probably going to be charcoal for right now, and it will probably become blaze rods once I have that farm set up. You thought I forgot, didn't I? No, we're still doing the blaze farm at some point. And the beauty of this is, since the hoppers are still running underneath here, that means if I ever screw up and leave this empty, then it will start picking up kelp blocks again to fuel itself that way. So this is future proof too. And we can go ahead and drop these off in here, and I'm gonna leave the gold for right now, just as a like reminder to people how much they are, but I will remember that's there for when I need it. All right, let's put some signs up around the place, shall we? All right, so it's still missing the most important sign, which will be the big fuel sign up at the top, but we have fuel for sale, public smeltery. You know what, let's bold those real quick. Hey, I made the letters hang off the edge. Let's fix that, shall we? And let's go ahead and split both of them into 2 lines for symmetry's sake. There we go. So we head on inside, and we've got welcome to the smelt shop. Feel free to use our furnace. Fuel and input chests are on the left, lever is on the right. Not recommended for smelting jobs under 6 stacks. Please turn me off before you leave. And we need to also add, did you turn off the furnace? And you know what? Aesthetics be damned. Did you turn off the furnace? Leave that sign next to the door. We've also got the kelp blocks and charcoal for sale over here. If I eventually get the blaze rods, I will put them over here or right here, most likely. Got employees only door. And hopefully these signs are clear enough, but, you know, we will see, we will see. So yeah, now I guess gotta let everybody know in Discord that it's ready and open. All right, I'm trying to put some structural supports in here, and I'm not sure which design I like better. Helps if I can get it kind of symmetrical between the 2 sides. Like, I think I'm on to something with the doing it like at an angle one here, but I don't know what I'm on to, you know what I mean? Maybe I just need to let it be too thick. Yeah, I think that's our solution, is just letting it be too thick the whole way across. Okay. Yeah, let's do that on the other one too then. Why do crops take so long to grow? All right, so Jasey Bee has let me know that it is okay if I dye some sheep. So we're going to get a couple of them back to being white so that we can quickly and easily get some banners made here. We are still going to have to lurk around them for a few minutes and wait for them to regrow, but This is much, much faster than just trying to roam around and find wild sheep. Actually, they're close enough. I should still have them loaded while I check in here. I killed a number of sheep in the first few days. I gotta have some wool in here, right? Ooh, let's stock up on carrots. Well, that's bizarre. We really don't appear to have any wool. We must have given it away or something. That's strange. Oh, wait. Maybe it's down in the cave still? Because I haven't taken everything out of the cave yet. At this stage, I have a feeling a lot of it may go... Yep, there we go. There's some white wool. A lot of it may go straight to the llamas. All right, we have more than enough banners. That means it's time to go kill a couple of squids. Because I think black on white's the most logical thing to do here. Maybe I should have done white on black. I don't know. Either way, here, squid, 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 squid. Ooh. Ooh, trident, guys. Looting sword. Missed me. Thank you for your trident, sir. Air, 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 air. Oh, we gotta get some respiration. Ooh, squids. It's a baby squid. We're not gonna kill the baby squid. Hop. Okay, I'm not an expert on banners, but I feel like 29 black dye should be plenty for making 4 of them. Oh, we need some string for... Oh, no, we need some string. If I had a gold ingot for every time I got stuck over here killing spiders in Claude's area, I could afford to just buy some string. The joke is there's no shop selling it yet. Okay, we need to find spiders in a hurry because we have phantoms circling us. Oops. Guess we need to find these spiders quickly because we got phantoms circling us now. Got 6 strings so far, which is more than enough, but might as well get some more as long as we're out here. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe just fleeing the phantoms is the smarter plan here. You know, one thing I always forget about making banners is that it requires some of the original color as well, dye-wise. So let's see. We need to do a stripe straight across and a stripe down this side. Top stripe, left stripe, and border around the edge. I am not doing this from memory. I am doing this from a website. There are a bazillion places you can find this information online if you need to do it as well. The most important thing to let you know about this sign is that it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out a word related to smelting that was an even number of letters long so I could actually put it on the front of this building. I was thinking foundry, I was thinking smelt, smeltery, furnace, like just everything I could think of. It took me so long to remember the word fuel for some reason. But I think that's probably about where to wrap it up for today. I've definitely got a lot to think about for next time. So I've got the curiosity shop. I've got the block palette for the waterfall over in front of the diamond market. And I think I also need to start figuring out what I'm going to name some llamas once we actually get multiple 15s. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new around here and you want to hang out again next time, then hey, please subscribe. Take care, everybody. Toodles!